The June sun beat down on the university's outdoor amphitheater as parents filled the rows of white folding chairs. I adjusted my camera, making sure I had the perfect angle to capture my son Daniel walking across that stage. After 4 years of late nights, scholarship applications, and working 2 part-time jobs while maintaining a 3.8 GPA, this moment belonged to him. I'd watched him struggle through calculus at 2 a.m., seen him choose studying over social events. Around me, other parents chatted excitedly, comparing notes on graduation parties and future plans. Somewhere in that sea of blue and gold caps and gowns, my son was preparing to walk across the stage and officially become a college graduate. "Is this seat taken?" My sister Monica appeared with her son Brandon trailing behind her, his eyes glued to his phone. She wore oversized sunglasses and carried a designer purse I knew she couldn't afford. "It's saved for Daniel's girlfriend, but you can squeeze in." I moved my purse, already feeling my excitement dim slightly. Monica settled in with a dramatic sigh. "Brandon's exhausted. He had 3 job interviews this week." "That's great," I said absently, watching the graduates begin to line up in their caps and gowns. I spotted Daniel's broad smile even from a distance. "It would be greater if any of them actually hired him," Monica continued. "The market is so unfair to young people. Not everyone can have connections like some people." I ignored the pointed comment. Monica had spent the last 20 years implying that any success in my life was somehow unearned or lucky, while her struggles were noble and righteous. The ceremony began with the usual speeches about bright futures and changing the world. When they started calling names, I stood with my camera ready. Daniel Martinez, graduating summa cum laude, Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering. My son walked across that stage like he owned it. The pride swelling in my chest made it hard to breathe. As he accepted his diploma, I thought about all the times I'd found him asleep at the kitchen table, textbooks spread around him, determination etched into every feature. After the ceremony, Daniel found me in the crowd, his girlfriend Emma beside him. "Mom, I did it." I pulled him into a hug, not caring that I was crying. "I'm so proud of you, sweetheart." "Let me see that diploma," Monica said, pushing forward, Brandon still on his phone behind her. "Oh, summa cum laude. Well, computer engineering is one of the easier technical degrees, isn't it?" Daniel's smile faltered slightly. "It's actually one of the more competitive programs." "If you say so." Monica turned to Brandon. "Put that phone away. Show some respect for your cousin's participation trophy." Emma squeezed Daniel's hand, her jaw tight. I knew that look. She'd been there through every all-nighter, every rejected internship before he finally landed one, every moment of doubt. "We're heading to Mario's for lunch," I announced. "My treat. Emma's parents are meeting us there." "Oh, we're coming too," Monica decided. "Brandon needs a good meal. He's been living on ramen because of his job search." At the restaurant, I'd reserved the private room and ordered Daniel's favorite dishes in advance. The space was decorated with congratulations banners, and I'd arranged for a small cake to be brought out after the meal. The tables were set with care, white linens and real flowers in small vases. I wanted everything to be perfect for Daniel's celebration. He deserved this moment after years of hard work. As we settled around the table, the waiter brought water and menus. Monica immediately complained about the parking, the temperature of the room, and the chair cushions. Brandon stayed on his phone, thumbs scrolling endlessly, not even glancing at the menu or acknowledging anyone. Emma's parents arrived with a wrapped gift, their faces beaming with pride. "For the graduate," her father said warmly. "We know you'll do great things." Daniel opened it to find a leather portfolio and a gift card. His eyes widened. This is really generous. Thank you so much." "It's for your professional wardrobe and interview expenses," Emma's mother explained. "Starting a career has costs." $500. Daniel read the gift card amount quietly, overwhelmed. I pulled out my own envelope. "This is from me, honey. I know you've been looking at that certification course." Daniel opened it and his eyes filled with tears. Inside was a $1,000 gift card to the educational platform where he'd been eyeing an advanced programming certification. "Mom, this is too much." "You earned every penny," I said firmly. "You've worked so hard." "Wow, must be nice," Brandon said suddenly, finally looking up from his phone. "Some people get handed everything." "Brandon worked hard too," Monica added. Nobody's giving him gift cards. The table fell silent. Emma's parents exchanged uncomfortable glances. Daniel worked 2 jobs through college, Emma said quietly but firmly. He earned scholarships. Nobody handed him anything. I'm just saying networking matters more than grades, Brandon shrugged. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Before I could respond, Brandon reached across the table and snatched the gift card from Daniel's hands. I deserve this. I've been job hunting for months while Golden Boy here probably already has offers lined up. Everyone stared in shock. Then Monica laughed. Oh Brandon, you're terrible. My brother James chuckled nervously. Come on, give it back. Let it go, Monica waved her hand dismissively. It's just money. Daniel will make plenty in his fancy tech job. Brandon needs it more. Brandon pocketed the card with a smirk, meeting Daniel's stunned gaze. Thanks, cousin. I'll put it to good use. I watched my son's face crumble. This was supposed to be his day. 4 years of sacrifice. Choosing textbooks over parties, working while others played, and his own family was laughing while his cousin stole from him. I stood up calmly and walked over to Daniel. I hugged him tightly, feeling his shoulders shake. Fine, I said quietly. Let it go. Emma looked at me in disbelief. Her parents seemed ready to intervene, but I gave them a small shake of my head. Daniel pulled away, wiping his eyes, trying to maintain composure. See? Your mom gets it, Monica said cheerfully. It's not worth fighting over. Family harmony is more important than money. The rest of lunch was strained. Daniel barely touched his food. Brandon kept his phone out, occasionally smirking. Monica talked endlessly about how expensive Brandon's apartment was, how tough his job market was, how he deserved a break. When we finally left the restaurant, Emma pulled me aside in the parking lot. The sun was setting, casting long shadows across the pavement. Other families were leaving too, happy and celebrating. Our group stood in tense silence near our cars. How could you let him do that? Daniel's heartbroken, Emma said, her voice tight with anger and confusion. That was theft. In front of everyone. And they laughed. Trust me, I said simply, placing a hand on her shoulder. I could see Daniel standing by my car, shoulders slumped, the joy completely drained from what should have been one of the best days of his life. That night, after Daniel had gone to bed early, his celebration thoroughly ruined, I sat at my laptop in my home office. The house was quiet except for the hum of the refrigerator and distant traffic. I opened my email and found the message I'd been copied on 3 weeks earlier, back when I'd thought I was doing something kind for family. Subject: Brandon Walsh, final round interview, junior marketing position. I'd made a few calls after Monica mentioned Brandon's job search at a family dinner last month. She'd gone on for 20 minutes about how hard he was trying, how the market was unfair, how no one gave young people chances anymore. The hiring manager at the firm was someone I'd worked with years ago when I was consulting. Patricia had respected my judgment then and trusted my professional assessment. When I heard they had an opening, I mentioned Brandon vouched for his potential, despite having no real knowledge of his work ethic or character, and they fast-tracked him through the process based solely on my word. The final interview was supposed to be Monday. It was a good position too, $55,000 starting salary, full benefits, room for growth into senior roles. Monica had said it was Brandon's dream opportunity at his dream company. He'd apparently been researching the firm for months, preparing responses, planning his career trajectory. I stared at the screen for a long moment, thinking about Daniel's face when Brandon snatched that gift card. The humiliation. The confusion. The hurt. Then I thought about Monica's laughter, her casual dismissal of theft as if family loyalty meant tolerating abuse. I began typing, each word deliberate and final. Dear Patricia, I hope this email finds you well. I need to withdraw my recommendation for Brandon Walsh for the junior marketing position. After further consideration and recent interactions, I cannot in good conscience vouch for his character or professionalism. I apologize for any inconvenience this may cause to your hiring process. Please cancel his scheduled interview. Best regards. I attached a brief note. I take full responsibility for this candidate. The position can be cancelled. I hit send before I could second-guess myself. Then I closed my laptop and went to check on Daniel. He was still awake, staring at the ceiling. Mom. His voice cracked. Why did you let him do that? Because some lessons need to be learned, I said, sitting on the edge of his bed like I had when he was small. And some people need to understand that actions have consequences. I don't understand. You will. Get some sleep, graduate. Tomorrow's a new day. Monday morning I was making coffee when my phone exploded with calls. Monica's name flashed across the screen 5 times in a row before I finally answered. What did you do? She screamed. What did you do to Brandon? Good morning to you too, I said calmly, sipping my coffee. The company called him. They canceled his interview. They said someone withdrew their recommendation and they no longer have confidence in his candidacy. This was his dream job. He's been preparing for weeks. Oh no, I said flatly. That's terrible. You did this. You had to have done this. You're the only one with connections at that firm. Am I? I thought networking didn't matter. I thought it was all about hard work and merit. This is different. You sabotaged him. Over a stupid gift card. Let it go, Monica. It's just a job. Brandon will find plenty of opportunities with his impressive qualifications. Family harmony is more important than a job, right? The silence on the other end was deafening. You said it yourself, I continued, still calm. Some people need it more than others. Daniel needed that gift card for his certification. Brandon apparently needed a lesson more than he needed that position. You're destroying his future over nothing. No. Brandon destroyed his opportunity when he decided that stealing from his cousin on his graduation day was acceptable. And you enabled it by laughing. You want to know why Brandon can't get hired? Because entitlement doesn't look good in interviews. Because companies don't want employees who think they deserve things they didn't earn. I'll tell everyone what you did. Please do. Tell them how I helped arrange an interview for your son as a favor. Tell them how he stole from Daniel at his graduation. Tell them how you laughed and said it was just money. Then tell them how shocked you are that I decided my professional reputation shouldn't be attached to someone who behaves that way. I could hear Brandon in the background, his voice rising in panic. The company said they're blacklisting him from future applications. Monica's voice broke. They said recommendation withdrawals go in their permanent files. He can't ever apply there again. That does sound serious, I agreed. Almost as serious as stealing from a family member and having your mother defend it. But I'm sure Brandon will land on his feet. He's so talented and hardworking according to you. Please, Monica's tone shifted to pleading. Call them back. Fix this. I'll make Brandon apologize. He'll give the gift card back. The gift card isn't the point, Monica. The lesson is. Brandon is 23 years old. It's time he learned that being family doesn't mean freedom from consequences. It's time he learned that opportunities are earned, not stolen. And it's time you learned that enabling his behavior doesn't help him. You're cruel. No, I'm a mother protecting her son. And I'm someone who values integrity over comfort. You taught Brandon that taking from others was acceptable as long as it benefited him. I'm teaching him differently. I hung up before she could respond. Daniel emerged from his room, having obviously heard my side of the conversation. Mom? What happened? Brandon had a job interview today. He doesn't anymore. Understanding dawned on his face. You got him that interview? I made a call. I thought I was helping family. Then I realized I was about to help someone who doesn't respect what others work for. So I unmade the call. He's never going to work at that company now? Nope. They take recommendation withdrawals very seriously. It's in their permanent system. But there are other companies. He'll find something eventually when he grows up. Daniel was quiet for a long moment. Then he hugged me tightly. Thank you for standing up for me. Always, sweetheart. Always. My phone buzzed with a text from Emma. Did you do what I think you did? I replied, let it go. It's just a job. She sent back a series of laughing emojis and one sentence. Savage. I love it. The family group chat exploded throughout the day. James tried to mediate. My mother called to scold me. Monica sent paragraph after paragraph about family loyalty and forgiveness. I responded to the group chat once. Brandon stole from Daniel on his graduation day. Monica laughed and told us to let it go because it was just money. I let it go. Now she can let this go because it's just a job. Fair is fair. Then I muted the chat. That evening, Daniel started his certification course, purchased with the gift card Emma's parents had given him. He tried to return mine, but I refused. Use it for books or food or whatever you need. It's yours. As I watched him settle into his studies with renewed determination, I felt no regret. My phone buzzed one more time. Monica again. You've torn this family apart. I typed back. No, I just stopped pretending theft and entitlement are acceptable because we share DNA. There's a difference. I blocked her number and returned to my evening. Tomorrow, Daniel would start applying to the jobs he'd earned the right to pursue. Brandon would hopefully learn that actions have consequences. And Monica would learn that being family doesn't mean unlimited tolerance for bad behavior. Some lessons are expensive, but they're worth every penny.